Venom is nature's way of saying, do not touch my weird little body. And humans, being humans, hear that and immediately reach for it like the animal owes us money. So we are going to move from the stings that mostly ruin your afternoon to the bites where your entire survival plan becomes, please keep breathing until help arrives. First, a rule for everything venomous. Get away, stay calm, call emergency help, and stop trying movie nonsense. No cutting, no sucking, no tourniquet made from your belt, like you're auditioning for Wilderness Batman. Venom moves faster when you panic, run, or start flailing around like an inflatable tube man at a car dealership. Number 9. Bees, wasps, and hornets. These are the venomous animals most likely to interrupt your picnic and remind you that potato salad is not worth dying for. A single sting is usually painful, swollen, and annoying, but the real nightmare is an allergic reaction called anaphylaxis, where your throat can tighten, your blood pressure can drop, and suddenly your body is filing a complaint with management. If you are stung, move away from the nest first, because standing there investigating the crime scene is how you become a group project. Honeybees can leave a stinger behind, so scrape it out quickly with a fingernail or card if you can. Wash the area, use a cold pack, and watch for trouble breathing, dizziness, swelling of the lips or face, or hives spreading everywhere. If that happens, use an epinephrine auto-injector. If one is prescribed, and call emergency services immediately. The bee has already made its point. You do not need to argue. Number 8. Spiders. Most spiders are basically tiny introverts with legs, and their life goal is to avoid you, which is relatable. But a few, like black widows, brown recluses, funnel web spiders in Australia, and wandering spiders in South America can make a bite a serious problem. The first move is boring but important. Clean the bite with soap and water, keep the limbs still, and use a wrapped cold pack for pain and swelling. If you can safely photograph the spider, great. Do not try to capture it with your bare hands, because congratulations, you have discovered how sequels happen. Black widow venom can cause severe muscle cramps, sweating, nausea, and pain that spreads through the body. Brown recluse bites may start mild, then develop skin damage over hours or days. Funnel web bites can become dangerous quickly, especially in children. So if symptoms spread beyond the bite, get medical help fast. Spider survival is mostly not panic, plus not touching the murder raisin again. Number 7. Scorpions. Scorpions look like lobsters that chose violence and then got cursed by a wizard. They hide in shoes, wood piles, bedding, and dark corners, which means the first survival step is shake out boots and gloves in scorpion country, especially at night. Most stings hurt like someone stapled lightning into your skin, but they are not fatal. The dangerous ones, like the Arizona bark scorpion or some species in North Africa, the Middle East, India, and Mexico, can cause numbness, twitching, vomiting, trouble breathing, or wild eye movements, which is your body saying, please stop treating this like a camping story. After a sting, wash it, keep the area still, use a cool compress, and take off rings before swelling turns your finger into a sausage with jewelry. Children, older adults, and anyone with severe symptoms need urgent care. Some hospitals have anti-venom. Also, do not drink alcohol for courage. Alcohol is not medicine, it is just bad decision juice with branding. Number 6. Venomous lizards. There are only a couple famous offenders here, mostly the Gila monster in the southwestern United States and the Mexican beaded lizard, and the good news is, they are not sprinting at you. These animals are slow, chunky, and usually peaceful, like dangerous baked potatoes. The bad news is that when they bite, they may clamp down and chew venom into the wound, because apparently one bite was not dramatic enough. If one gets attached, do not yank it off and tear yourself open like a genius. Support the animal, keep the bitten part low, and get help removing it safely. Some people use water to make the lizard let go, but the main goal is ending the bite without turning your hand into shredded paperwork. Expect intense pain, swelling, nausea, weakness, and possible blood pressure problems. There is no specific anti-venom, so hospitals treat symptoms, bleeding, and shock. The best survival tip is simple: admire from a distance. It already dressed like a warning sign. Number 5. Snakes. This is the big one, because venomous snakes are found on every continent except Antarctica, which is one of the few reasons Antarctica is starting to look attractive. The important thing is that most bites happen when someone steps on a snake, grabs it, or tries to kill it. So if you see one, back away slowly and let the angry rope leave. If you are bitten, memorize the time, move away, remove rings, watches, and tight clothing, and keep the bitten limb still and slightly below heart level if possible. Then call emergency help. Do not cut the bite, suck the venom, apply ice, use electric shocks, drink whiskey, or tie a tight tourniquet. That entire list is basically the museum of bad ideas. In Australia and a few other places, pressure immobilization bandages are recommended for certain neurotoxic snake bites, especially elapids. But in many regions, the advice changes by species, so follow local emergency instructions if you have them. If you do not, stillness is your friend. Carry the person if possible. Walking pumps venom around faster because your muscles are helpful little traders. Try to remember the snake's color pattern and size, but do not chase it for identification. Anti-venom is chosen by symptoms and local species. The doctor does not need you arriving with a live cobra in a backpack, like the worst show and tell in history. Number 4, stingrays, lionfish, and stonefish. Ocean venom is rude because it comes with vacation photos. Stingrays usually sting when you step on them in shallow sand, so shuffle your feet instead of stomping around like you own the beach. If stung, get out of the water so you do not faint face first into the ocean. Rinse with seawater, control bleeding, and soak the area in hot water that is hot but not scalding. Heat can break down some venom components and, more importantly, it makes the pain less like your foot is being audited by Satan. Do not pull out a deeply embedded spine from the chest, neck, or abdomen. That is not bravery. That is opening a surprise plumbing problem. Stonefish are worse. They sit on the seafloor looking exactly like a rock, because apparently rocks needed a venom update. Their spines can cause extreme pain, swelling, shock, and sometimes death. Lionfish stings are usually less deadly, but still awful. Hot water, medical care, and anti-venom for severe stonefish cases are the play. Shoes help. Not stepping on suspicious rocks helps more. Number 3, cone snails. If you ever find a beautiful cone-shaped shell in tropical water, congratulations! You have discovered nature's tiny harpoon gun, so maybe do not put it in your pocket like a souvenir goblin. Cone snails hunt fish using a venom-loaded tooth that shoots out faster than you can regret your decisions. Some species, especially the geography cone, have venom powerful enough to paralyze breathing, and there is no anti-venom. The survival plan is painfully simple. Do not handle live cone shells, even if they look empty, because the snail may be pulled deep inside plotting your obituary. If someone is stung, call emergency help, keep them still, apply pressure immobilization to the limb if trained to do so, and be ready for rescue breathing or CPR if they stop breathing. Pain can be mild at first, which is unfair, because if something is potentially lethal, it should at least have the decency to scream. The hospital keeps you alive while the venom wears off. Number 2, jellyfish. Jellyfish are basically floating plastic bags with a legal department, except the bag can fire microscopic stingers into your skin. The problem is that different jellyfish need different treatment, so local beach signs and lifeguards matter more than your uncle's Facebook degree. The universal rules are: get out of the water, do not rub the sting, do not rinse with fresh water, and absolutely do not pee on it. I cannot believe that has to be said. But humanity looked at a medical emergency and invented bathroom folklore. For many box jellyfish stings, especially in Australia, vinegar can stop unfired stinging cells from firing, and lifeguard stations often keep it nearby. For Portuguese man-of-war and some other species, advice can vary by region, but seawater rinsing and careful tentacle removal with tweezers or a gloved hand is safer than scraping angrily with a beach towel like you are sanding furniture. Hot water can help pain for some stings. The terrifying one is the box jellyfish, especially Chironex fleckeri, which can cause heart problems, collapse, and death within minutes. If the person has trouble breathing, chest pain, confusion, or passes out, call emergency services and start CPR if needed. A jellyfish has no brain, which makes it extra insulting when it outsmarts your entire nervous system. Number 1, the blue-ringed octopus. This little ocean golf ball lives in tide pools and shallow reefs around Australia and parts of the Pacific, and it is proof that the cutest animals are sometimes built by absolute psychopaths. When threatened, bright blue rings flash across its body, which is not decoration. That is the octopus turning on its idiot warning lights. Its bite can be tiny and almost painless, but the venom contains tetrodotoxin, the same nightmare found in pufferfish, and it can paralyze your muscles while you remain conscious. Translation: your brain is awake, but your lungs have decided to clock out early. There is no anti-venom. Survival depends on speed and breathing support. If bitten, get out of the water, call emergency help, keep the person still, apply a pressure immobilization bandage if trained, and do not let them walk around pretending they are fine. Watch breathing closely. If breathing stops, rescue breathing and CPR can keep oxygen moving until paramedics arrive with ventilation equipment. People have survived because someone kept breathing for them long enough. That is the whole horrible trick. Venomous animals are not evil. They are not hunting your vacation photos for sport. They are small, scared, armed neighbors with terrible customer service. Survive by staying boring, backing away, and never treating a warning color like an invitation.